Gon' get in your way. One day. What up, what up, what up, people? How you feeling? What's good? It's your girl Keys, and we're back for the energy report of 2025, y'all. Let's just take a breath before we hop into it. Yes, I'm going to pull some cards, but we're going to make this a chat. If people show up, or whether you come in and you watch the replay, make sure you guys are following me on LinkedIn and also following me on the Instagrams where you can stay connected to me, because we don't really know what's really happening with the TikToks right now. I'm kind of sad. You sad? How you feeling? Let's just take some deep breaths. Don't be cute with it. Take some deep breaths with me. Let's help ground the energy out before we start, before we get into the card pull and see what messages are going to come through for us in 2025. Things have been heating up. And before we get to it, let's just take a collective breath, okay? Just breathe with me. We're going to do it 3 times to settle the energy. I've already sprayed, cleansed the space, and all the things. So let's take some deep breaths. We're going to add some sound to it, because sound resonates throughout our body, and our body, when you think about how you listen to music and the things that you can feel in your body. So we're going to break up any tension that we may be feeling in this space. Ooh. Now that we got that out the way, how are you feeling? How are you guys feeling? It's been a little minute since I've been on live, especially on the where's my chapstick? Especially since I've gone live on the YouTubes, okay? I have been relaxing. January has really called for there it is, bound. January has really called for some stillness. Because even though it's a new calendar year, sometimes you may need a bit more time to integrate the things and integrate and process, okay? The things that have happened in 2024 into 2025. And for some people, they celebrate the calendar new year. For others, hello Martina, nice to have you here. We're doing the energy report, and when it comes to processing the things that you went through for 2024, sometimes your body needs time to catch up. Hello. Welcome. How y'all feeling? Talk to me in the chat. I don't have any moderators yet. We're going to figure this out sooner or later. But let me know how y'all feeling. How is 2025 starting for you? I know it's a lot happening, a lot going on in the world. So please take some deep breaths as we ground out the space before we get into the energy report. Just going to chop it up a little bit, okay? It's a lot happening. We have entered into a 9-year for those who celebrated the calendar new year of 2025. For some people, the energetic new year starts in the spring, usually around the time of like April, or when like the with the spring equinox happening. So we're going to get in. We're going to go ahead. We're going to pull some cards. But I really just want to get on here to chat, to check in with my folks, to see how people are doing, to see how people are feeling. How's 2025 starting out? For me, January has really been a month of, so far, it's like a lot of things are happening. And at the same time, I'm being called to pace it, being called to pace. So not moving too fast, okay? Not, he said, I need a dog. Maybe you should go get one. We headed into a full moon in Cancer, which rules like emotional support. So maybe you really do need a dog, or maybe somebody else may be, needing some emotional support, because that's what animals offer us to us. So some people may be feeling a little more emotional this weekend, depending on when you watch this video. But full moon energy tends to linger around for like 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after. So if you've been feeling like you need a little bit more support, or you want a puppy or an emotional support dog, then emotional support pet, or just needing a bit more support, or just needing some love, go ahead and give that to yourself. So let's jump into it. So we are officially in winter, and the winter solstice happened on December 21st. And for the winter solstice, what it is a time is, winter is a time, it's considered the dark months, because a lot of people, a lot of animals, just nature in general tends to go inward. So you think hibernation, you think rest, relaxing, renewal. You also think of like things like essentially dying off. Just look at the trees, you know, the leaves start to fall off, the snow comes. And depending on where you are in the world, you are either in snow and freezing, or if you're on the west side of the world or the west side of the US, then you know that they be having the LA, they're having the fires right now. And I'm sending love to everybody who may be residing on the West Coast, praying that you all you guys are safe, and sending my love, my strength, and my prayers to you guys, especially for those who have lost everything. And it made me think how these fires happened right before the full moon in Cancer, because Cancer rules the home, okay? And full moons are all about things coming full circle. So you can think of things coming to an ending, things coming to like a boiling point or a head, things being exposed, things being illuminated in the sign of Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon, so you think of sensitivity, emotions, but Cancer also rules the 4th house in astrology, which is representative of the home space. Okay, so 2025, we are in the season of Capricorn season. Shout out to all my Capricorns. Happy birthday to you guys. Happy birthday to my Capricorns. I love Capricorn energy. I have a Capricorn stellium, and Capricorns get to it. Like you either like them or you hate them, or a little bit of both, but you cannot deny that earth signs carry so much work ethic. There's so much grace that they carry. They are natural born teachers. They're leaders, okay? They're leaders in their field, leaders in their industry. They speak with so much poise, and I love Capricorn energy. It also reminds us to stay grounded. So because we are in the earth season, what you're going to want to do is to practice your grounding techniques, whether it's going out into nature or it is taking some deep breaths, letting yourself take a damn nap, okay? Not putting too much on your plate as your energy is trying to balance itself out. So being that we're in the earth sign season, the need for grounding your energy, just letting yourself, I'm picking up on like nourishment. So eating nourishing foods. This is going to be a year where a lot of people are going to get more into the wellness space, okay? So getting more into the wellness space, whether that is in regards to, think of physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Wellness in each area to bring about total wellness. I'm also seeing a lot of people going into holistic practices, holistic healing, going into indigenous practices, traditional healing practices. It feels like a lot of people are going to be stepping into this field because you just want to feel better, okay? On all different type of levels, you want to feel better. So when you think of Capricorn energy, Capricorn also rules the 10th house in astrology. So it is an earth sign, which is in regards to connecting back to the self. It can also be a very fertile time for some people. Okay, this feels like a very fertile year. We're going to get into that. But the foundation is nourishment. Sometimes Capricorns can take on this motherly energy. Think of you think of Mother Nature, and you think of like Gaia, or just like goddess energy, but the need to feel safe and secure. So because we're in Capricorn season, some people can expect to be like hearing from their mothers, or if your mother has passed on into the ancestral realm, like showing up in your dreams, or just like maternal figures are showing up really, really strong right now. And it feels like a lot of people, including worldwide, what is needed right now is comfort and the need to feel safe. So Capricorn energy is also responsible, it is accountable, and rules like not only the physical body, but the material realm as well. And you think of Capricorn energy, earth sign, think of your root chakra, which is located at the base of your spine, and it is usually the color red, which you're going to be seeing a lot this year. Yeah, the need to feel safe. A lot of people are going to be working on their finances this year, making I'm seeing like making like huge investments, big investments, but because we're in this 9 year, and numerology, 2 plus 2 plus 5, break it down, 2 and 2 is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? You break the numbers down in 2025, it gives you a 9. In numerology, since we're in a 9 year, 9 takes on the energy of Mars, which is masculine energy. So you can expect this year to be endings. And when there's endings, there comes new beginnings. Okay. I'm hearing like next phase of life. I'm also picking up on people like becoming like the matriarch or the patriarch of their family, or taking more of like leader roles. And I'm hearing like using your past experiences and turning them into life lessons and wisdom. Okay, Capricorn energy can be very disciplined. It can be very sometimes it can be rigid, and because they're ruled by Saturn, which is the planet of like limitations in time. And it feels like the theme of 2025 for real is get to it. Okay, this is not the year to like to dwell in like self-doubt, but this is really the year where you tap more into what's called the Mars energy or masculine energy, and allow yourself to really trust yourself, be bold, be courageous, and go after the things that you want. Like, you really got to get to it this year, whatever that looks like for you. Because Mars energy takes on a fire aspect, when you think about the planet Mars, I believe Mars is also the ruler of the sign of Aries. So you can expect to see a lot of themes that has to do with people who have Aries placements or Aries sun, moon, rising, whatever it's at in your chart. You can expect those themes to be playing out in your life. So look at your Mars placement in your birth chart. But it feels like those people like Aries, Scorpio placements, a lot of death, rebirth energy is happening this year. And we can see how that's all been starting off with these the fires that have been happening on the West Coast. Like literally January has come in hot and it's come in spicy, and it's like, girl, hold on, like give us a chance. All of this in 1 week in January, like, girl, you tripping, relax, cool it. Half of the world right now is on fire, and it's so heartbreaking to watch, to know that so many people have been their lives have changed literally like overnight, you know, where they've lost everything. And it really has sparked that this collective grief that has been going on. So it feels like people really need to take their time this year, like not rushing into anything, but moving at a pace that is comfortable for you, allowing yourself to grieve the things that have left, allowing yourself to grieve how your life has changed and how you are no longer the same person that you used to be. And this is okay, because becoming a new person is going to take you to get to know yourself all over again. I'm seeing people changing up their aesthetic or their hair. This is the year where you're gonna see a lot of people either lose weight or gain weight, okay, depending on like what your health goals are. But skincare is also coming up, and because we're in a Mars year, what you can expect to see on a physical level, especially when it comes to like body and health, wellness, and I'm seeing a lot more natural products coming in, because the largest organ on your body is your skin. And I'm seeing inflammation is going to be a theme this year, and people are really going to have to watch like what they eat, and making sure that I'm hearing like herbal remedies, so getting back into like herbal teas and things like that to help with inflammation. Think of herbs. I'm seeing people like garlic, ginger, turmeric. For some people, you may need to add a little honey to it, cayenne pepper, to help reduce inflammation and mucus in your body. Okay, Spirit feels like it's on people, like, yes, let's get to it. Now's the time. Now's the time to act on your goals. Now's the time to be passionate. Now's the time to show up boldly. Somebody's getting ready to move. This card just popped out. This is a traveling card. And it makes me feel as if things are just shifting really fast. Life is happening really fast. And they want you just to make I'm hearing like, give your body some time to catch up. So somebody who's been running around like a chicken with your head cut off, you need to incorporate just a bit more stillness, a bit more mindfulness, and 5 to 10 minutes out of your day just to make sure you come back to center. It's like, get out of your head, get back into your body. Get out of your head, get back into your body. Because yes, things are going to work out for you, but it's going to take you to build up the self-esteem, the confidence, the boldness, and the assertiveness to really go after the things that you want. And it's not going to come to you easy, but the rewards are going to be worth it by the end of this year. If you follow like what your spirit guides or whoever your higher power is guiding you to do, because this is a year of spiritual awakenings. 9 represents the endings and beginnings of and completion. And for a lot of people, it's going to be opening up your third eye. You're going to spiritual awakening where you're realizing that your life is just different and the need to accept how this looks right now. Okay, so maybe you're not showing up the same way you used to show up, and knowing that that is okay. Like, that is all right. Okay, so let's really get into it. We're gonna pull some angel messages. One of the cards that I have down out here is this winter card, which is reminding us to take care of our needs. In Chinese astrology, it is also the year of the snake. Okay, so this winter, what you can expect before spring starts is to really honor yourself. Some of you guys may need to separate yourselves from like some social groups, or just from like being up underneath everybody else or catering to everybody else, and making sure that you really balance this year. You're giving and receiving. That way you can start to replenish your own energy as well. Somebody may have like a snake tattoo, wolf tattoo, or may have felt like they are the black sheep of the family, and they kind of feel like you've been going through like this death process over and over and over again. The need to change, the need to shed, the need to transform. A lot of things about you are essentially shifting and changing, but this is the energy of renewal. And it's like Spirit is encouraging you right now to take good care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And it feels like starting this year, this full moon in Cancer that's happening on January 13th is going to be exactly what you need to confront emotional wounds, okay? The heart chakra has been coming up, and your heart chakra is an energy center in your body where not only is it representative of the relationship that you have with yourself, but the relationship that you have with other people. Some people will be still healing their heart from things that you thought that you had. I thought I was over that, or I thought I was healed, or like, what is happening? And Spirit is saying there may be some emotional debris that you may be carrying, or that you may have built out of protection. So this could have happened during childhood. This could have happened during early adolescence, teenage years, early adulthood, where you felt the need you had to protect yourself, however that may have looked for you. And in doing that, you develop some coping mechanisms and some defense mechanisms that just may not serve where you're going. So it feels like a lot of people are going to be pushed into this reevaluation timeline, where you're seeing how some of the things that you used to protect you back then, they may be blocking you right now, or blocking you from receiving the love that you actually really do desire, the partnership that you desire. It may be blocking you when it comes to asking for help and learning how to receive support. It could be blocking you when it comes to like building relationships with other people. And Spirit is going to encourage you just to make sure that you pack light. Erykah Badu keeps playing through my head. Bag lady, you gonna miss your bus. You're gonna miss your mark, Ma. Okay, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it because sometimes we can be too attached to the trauma. And Spirit is saying there is no growth without growing pains. Okay, there's going to be some things in your life experiences that are going to shape who you are, shape the way that you think, and shape the way that you evolve. And some of these experiences may have been unpleasant, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't serve a purpose. So this is the year where you say, okay, I went through that. It may have broke my heart, or it may have changed me, or maybe it closed me up and I'm afraid to be vulnerable. Whatever it is, this is the year where you finally accept what has happened. That way you can let it go. That way you can receive. Because if your hands is like this, and Spirit is trying to offer you something, I'm seeing the 4 cups in my head. Spirit is trying to offer you something, but if your hands are too clenching to the past, or clenching to a job, clenching to people, clenching to self-limiting beliefs and ideas that you can't do it or life will never change, then your hands are not open to receive the blessings that are coming in for you. Am I making sense? Like, I'm hoping that you feel me. You know, these things are just Spirit be popping into me, and it's like, okay, we can do this. It's gonna take some time, but it's not to say that it can't be done. Okay, so even going back to like the snake card, and this being the year of the snake, and transformation and rebirth and renewal, you're also going to be shedding a lot of skin. Some of you guys are going to be shedding weight, and it's going to be a thing where like certain people just won't recognize you, and it doesn't mean that yeah, that's just what it is. Certain people won't be able to recognize you no more, and that's okay, because a lot of things will be orbiting out of your frequency, and as your frequency rises, your environment starts to change, your relationship starts to change. Okay, if you see me looking over here, I got like notes everywhere because a lot of mental activity has been going on where the ideas have been coming like really, really fast. So for those of you who have been getting creative ideas or like little sparks of inspiration, motivation, or just things that your intuition is telling you to do, the key is to follow it right now. Build a plan, but follow it as best you can, or just write it down for you to revisit. There is a reason that spirit is giving people all of these ideas to create something, or to create something for yourself. That way you're no longer either relying on a system, relying on other people, and that you can develop this fulfillment that you need for yourself. For some people, this is attached to how you take care of yourself, whether it's job or finances, or it's something that it's something that is representative of like something you do to take care of yourself. And maybe you feel like you haven't been able to take care of yourself. Somebody may have gone through like a job loss or like switching careers, and you thought that one path was for you, and now it's almost as if like spirit has completely opened up something new and you're being encouraged to do it. Just because it's new doesn't mean that it's not for you, and it may feel uncomfortable just because it's unfamiliar. So this is a year where you really get into building your skills, mastering your craft. Okay, a lot of wisdom is going to be presented in this year. I believe Mars is retrograde. Mars has gone retrograde. I believe Mars is back, is still retrograde, and is getting ready to go back into the sign of Cancer if it hasn't gone into Cancer as yet. And Mars is very uncomfortable in the sign of Cancer. Okay, but Cancer likes to flow and take things slow, and the energy of Mars is like, no, I gotta do it now. I gotta do it now. Pace yourself so that you can avoid burning yourself out. What else is happening this year? In regard, a lot of people will be deepening their relationship with the spiritual realm or learning more about their ancestors. I've been picking up on ancestry a lot, where people are either going to be learning more about their lineage, their ancestors, possibly meeting or just communicating with relatives that they didn't know, or people who feel like family. And it's really giving soul tribe and community are showing up. Or if you've been feeling lonely and then you start to meet more like-minded people and they feel safe to you, you feel safe in your body and comfortable. That is spirit's cue that these are people that are designed to help you on your journey in some type of way, and it's up to you to determine if those people are here for a reason, a season, or possibly to help you learn something so that you can evolve. But the people who are popping up in your life now, pay attention to the energy that they bring. Pay attention to how you feel when you're around them, because even in the realm of like relationships, there's going to be a lot of people, it's going to be a lot of movement this year. A lot of people are going to be coming into your circle, and a lot of people are going to be, I'm hearing, like orbiting out of your circle. So you can expect some things to be happening, and spirit is just encouraging you to go with the flow. Okay, go with the flow. But this traveler card, somebody is getting ready to move, and if you've been wanting to change states, change locations, or possibly becoming a homeowner, spirit is saying it's in the cards for you. And it's essentially saying create the plan and stick to it. Okay, somebody's thinking about moving abroad, traveling abroad. I'm picking up, like, I'm really picking up on a lone wolf energy with this traveler, and the beautiful thing about wolves is that they know how to travel alone, but they also know how to work within a pact. And sometimes on your journey, you may have to go at it alone. And it doesn't mean that you'll stay lonely, but it means that sometimes, like, spirit needs to get you. When I say spirit, I'm talking about the spirit of God, for anybody. But sometimes spirit needs to get you in this space where you are by yourself. That way you can hear things a bit more clearly, where you can feel things a bit more clearly, and you can really tend to yourself. Having too many things around you, or too many people, or having an environment that is not conducive to your growth will cause stagnation. So if you feel like you're being uprooted from somewhere, spirit is encouraging you to accept what has happened, surrender, but ultimately just know that you're going to be placed somewhere bigger and somewhere better. So if you're being called to leave a certain space, or to move out, or to step away for some folks, or to release that job, or release a relationship, this is encouraging you to go on the journey, and know that the people who are designed to support you on this journey, in this journey of evolvement, are going to meet you along the way. Okay, it's giving alone but never lonely. Know that. Also, what's also happening? Venus is going into Pisces, returning wounds into wisdom. Spirit, give me some more angel messages for my people, and then we're going to go clarify with some sorrow. It's interesting, y'all, because I've been trying to do this live. I've been trying to do this live for a few days now, and it just was not happening. Like, it wasn't happening. My energy kept taking a drop, and I moved by spirit, so I don't attach myself to, other people's standard of what consistency looks like. But this is the year that I do plan to show up on YouTube a bit more often, to connect with my community and those of you who may need support. I'll also be having some classes coming out, and some courses to help those people, especially those who are highly sensitive and empaths, to be able to balance their energy, grounding, protection work, all of the things, okay? Spirit, give me some more cards for the people. What can we expect for this year? There is no growth without growing pains. And this is the year where you move past your fears. And the way that you move past your fears is to face it. The only way out is through. So I'm hearing even like people who want to do like get quick, get money. What is it? Get rich quick schemes. And people who are going to want to reach a certain type of pinnacle of success. And trying to rush the process. Like, oh, I gotta get successful tomorrow. Or I gotta do this and I gotta do that. And Spirit is saying like, yo, it's already yours. Just flow. Like, get into the flow of it. Spirit, give me one more message for the people. Give me one more message for the people. And we're going to break this down. Like physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, okay? We do have a full moon coming up on January 13th, which I believe is a Monday, a full moon in Cancer. And this moon is emotionally healing. So I've been encouraging everybody this week to like slow it down. Slow it down. Give yourself a minute to breathe, even if it's literally just a minute to breathe, but also to honor your emotions, whatever that looks like to you. Do we have any more cards from this deck? Hold the space. I've been picking up people who need support. And support looks differently. Support can look like therapy. Support can look like calling a good friend. Support, some people may need financial support right now. And it may be somebody who's going to come. Somebody's dad is going to pop up this year. You may have not spoken to each other or something like that. But it feels like Spirit is getting ready to gift you with something. And it's going to be, it's your emotional reaction that is going to determine how this gift reaches you. You can either resist it and repel it, or you can open it with open arms but not be attached to it, okay? But Spirit is telling you the need to like hold the space. Somebody will be growing out their hair, whether you're cutting your hair, locking your hair, or I'm just hearing like developing more of a relationship with your hair, which makes me this is for somebody who you're very attached to like material things, and it feels like hair is one of those things. And when your hair changes, you possibly go through like life changes as well. And maybe you might have lost your hair. Maybe you might have been trying to grow your hair out, or doing like protective styles and things like that. Hair is essentially like antenna. So you can be able to look at the things that are happening in your life based on like the health of your body and the health of your hair. Like I'm telling y'all, the body is going to show people this year what you need to take care of. And for some people, it will be their hair. Some people who may have long hair, by the end of this year, they may have like cut it all off. And it's really about being willing to go, I'm hearing like go in the trenches, but it's really being able to do what your spirit is calling for you to do. And for some people, it's going to be time to like, Spirit is telling you cut your hair, or to like cut the dead ends. They're asking you to hold the space. And for some of you guys, it's holding the space for your emotions, allowing yourself to feel without judgment, without guilt, without shame, and thanking your emotions for being a teacher. All right, so let's go into the tarot a little bit. Starting out, we got the Empress on the bottom of the deck. The need for nourishment is happening. For some people, you may be healing through like mother wounds, and you possibly could have like walked away from some maternal figures in your life, even if this was like friends who felt like family, or just like your group of friends. And it, for some reason, I'm picking up on women and the need to heal like what's called a sister wound, because the sister wound, or you know, not wanting to connect with other women out of like fear or betrayal. Spirit is asking for you to hold space for these emotions, just to see if they're still relevant to you, or if you're still clinging on to experiences from the past. Because for somebody, your role to fame is connected to collaboration. You have to collaborate with other people. You have to put yourself out there. You have to get to know people. Put yourself in the room. And this is the year to do it. This is the year you put yourself in the room, surrounded by people who may be in your field, in different fields, know more than you, but people that you can actually learn from. And it's like, if I can't learn from you, then what are we doing? Or if this relationship is not evolving, then what are we doing? Okay? I feel like this is also going to be a year, because of Mars, all this masculine energy of being logical, intentional action. It feels like things that you were sleeping on or procrastinating on, this is the year you're going to get clear on that. I'm seeing a lot of divorce happening, or the need to like, let's finally get this over and done with. Like there's no more waiting, there's no more talking. It officially has come to an end for somebody, and Spirit is asking you and encouraging you and saying like, it's okay to let this ending happen, because there's a brand new beginning. But you have to allow this situation to die. That snake energy. You have to allow yourself to shed these things in order for you to truly grasp what is meant for you. Spirit, give me some more messages. Literally, the Empress came out again, okay? The Empress with the Ace of Cups. This literally says strengthening the bond. Some of you guys, this is the year where you strengthen the bond within yourself and you really start trusting your decisions moving forward. It shows me, this Eight of Cups lets me know that somebody is choosing this self, okay? Like I said, we're in the Mars year. And if you think about Aries energy, and Mars being a ruler of Aries, and Aries really being the first sign of the zodiac, typically they are the babies of the zodiac. But they do everything head first. I'm seeing somebody like, it's saying mind over emotions. So put your mind over your feelings, because your feelings may say, no, I don't really want to do this, but your mind is like, this is what needs to happen. And it's about intentional action. This is the year where you get deeper into yourself, mastering your emotions, and making like decisions that are going to serve you in the long run. Okay, this Ace of Cups, this Ace of Pentacles, excuse me, I said Ace of Cups, so an Ace of Cups could mean fulfilling relationship after you go through something traumatic. You feel me? Or it's on the horizon. Because this is a Ace of Pentacles, nurturing yourself is attached to your money. For somebody, it's like Spirit is calling for you to act on the ideas. Like, I'm hearing like, just do it. The path will be revealed to you once you actually just stop and move forward. Yeah, the path will be revealed to you once you just do the thing. It's giving a leap of faith, taking a leap of faith, and not being willing to stay stuck with this in an energy, in a relationship, at a job, or in a connection that is not progressive. It is not moving forward. You feel me? This Empress is also saying that things are very fertile around you. Somebody's business is going to start picking up around like the springtime. Okay, this Ace of Pentacles shows new clients coming in, more like connections. A lot of material wealth is going to be coming in if you allow yourself to move away from things that are not emotionally fulfilling you, or nourishing you nourishing your spirit in some sense. Okay, we have an Ace of Cups. My brain keeps wanting to say an Ace of Cups. So it feels like Spirit is trying to communicate that there is something better on the horizon that is coming, but you have to go through this process of releasing yourself in detachment. Learning the art of detachment, which is this Eight of Cups. 8 is cool, but it's not a 10. And Spirit is saying you have to move on. It's time to move from this space. And what do you need to do to get from point A to point B? Do you need a plan? Do you need a lawyer? Do you need to do some research into the steps of how you're going to get from here to there? Somebody really wants to escape a toxic relationship, and Spirit is saying, like, just start on Google, start somewhere, start doing some research so you can find the resources, is coming up. Finding the resources that are going to help you put things into place. But Spirit is saying you can't stay here. It feels very stagnant. Somebody feels like somebody's been going through like sinus issues. You could have like a runny nose, headaches, yeah, runny nose, headaches, sinus pressure all up in here. I'm hearing ears, nose, and throat. Somebody could have asthma. I'm also picking up people who deal with like autoimmune diseases and eczema for some reason. And watching not only physically what you put into your body, but energetically and spiritually who you're going to be around, because your body is really going to start to tell you what's for you and what isn't for you. And the more that you keep going against what is for you or not being willing to do the hard things, it's going to start showing up in your body. So if you, and every physical dis-ease in the body starts as a spiritual dis-ease. Okay, so when you think of like for instance, sciatic nerve pain, right? Sciatic nerve pain, depending on which area it happens in your body, it can be representative of like worry and anxiety. Okay, any diseases that may be dealing like with reproductive illnesses, or let's say for women, let's say like the breast, and that is in regards to your heart chakra and being able to let things go, letting things flow, forgiveness, holding on to grudges. You'll start to see how your physical ailments or physical, whether it's a disability or it's a physical illness, even if it's down to like a headache, has a spiritual correlation. And just look it up. Let's say you have a headache one day and you can't figure out why you have a headache. You haven't been eating nothing crazy. Look up the spiritual significance of a migraine, and possibly like you not being able to see your way forward, or you feeling foggy, or you feeling blocked of some sense. The physical body this year is going to be talking, and Spirit is encouraging people like, don't be afraid to do something new. Don't be afraid to take a leap of faith. Don't be afraid to really bet on yourself. Bottom of the deck, we got an Ace of Wands. The aces is coming out, so it's saying the rewards are going to be there. Okay, the aces are coming out. This is the Ace of Wands. This is letting you know that there is new opportunity. There's a creative streak and inspiration that is coming forward, and it's calling you to act on these ideas, or putting them into play, making a plan, strategy. We got the Emperor card that came out here. Jump, make the leap of faith. I don't know if y'all hear the sirens, okay, but it's like, ring the alarm. I'm hearing Beyonce in my head. Ring the alarm. But I'll be damned if I see another on your arm. Won't you ring the alarm? This year has started off really spicy. It's coming in really hot. It's coming in really heavy. And this year is going to require balance. Okay? This is letting you know that for somebody, you have an ancestor communication could be coming through your dreams. The dream space will be very active this year, especially during this season and as we move into eclipse year. Okay, but somebody, ancestor, spirit guides, are giving you the blueprint, and they're telling you to get focused and make a plan. This is Emperor energy. Okay, we are being logical. We are using strategy to get to where we want. We are planning. We're making intentional action by talking to the right people, making sure that we're not telling our business to everybody, but that we are getting to it. This Emperor energy has Mars all over it. Mars all over it. Okay, for somebody, it feels like you're refusing to see the truth. I feel like I'm tapping into somebody's relationship. You're refusing to see the truth about a person, or Spirit has been trying to tell you that, like, hey, this ain't it, baby. This ain't it. Somebody could possibly have children with this person. You could be like an Aries sign, or somebody could have like Aries placements. Or somebody could have possibly a young child that is a fire sign with this person. And Spirit is calling for you to like ultimately do what's best for you and do what's best for your child. And sometimes doing best for your child is doing what's best for you, even if it feels uncomfortable. And just because it is uncomfortable does not mean that it is wrong. Okay? This is a year that you really challenge yourself to stand on business, stand on boundaries, and not letting anybody cross you in a sense. We got this crown chakra coming out here. This is divine communication. It's like literally a spirit guide. I can't make it up. Okay, we spoke about the root chakra earlier. And the need for feeling safe, security, nourishment, ultimately the foundation. And combine that with literally like cosmic guidance from the divine, and letting you know that you're going to be okay. You are going to be okay. Yes, I am. Actually, if you want to send me a donation, feel free. But for somebody, you're going to be okay. If you were worried about leaving, whether it's your child's parent, or leaving your hometown, leaving family, leaving certain friends behind, Spirit is literally saying you're going to be okay. This is divine intervention, okay? For real. Divine intervention is happening right now, and it's okay to walk away. Your stability is going to probably pick up when you start to release. I'm hearing like dead weight. Somebody almost like you need to stretch right now, because it feels like you have a lot of tightness in your body. So getting into practices like yoga, or even if it's just going for a walk, it's about channeling this energy within your body. Somebody is really angry or holding on to anger in a way, and if you don't let it go, I feel like you've been all over the place, because I can feel me starting to rush to get through it. And Spirit is saying, no, you cannot rush through this. You can't rush through these emotions. Right now, what you have to do is sit with them. Feel them, like fully feel your emotions. That way you can release them from your body, whether that is through physical exercise, whether that is through meditation, whether that's through going for a walk, get some fresh air, making sure that you're eating nourishing foods, talking to people that you actually trust and that can actually help you. Okay. Ooh, Aries with a Pisces moon. Sheesh, that's a lot of fire and water. Okay, that's a lot of fire. That's a lot of fire and water. Especially, I have Aries placements as well. And it can be a lot of balance there. And sometimes Aries can be very demanding, just because that they're really independent, you know. And this year, the Aries placements are going to be affected because we're in the Mars year and they're ruled by Mars. So planets that Aries placements are going to be highlighted this year. And yes, they can be the babies of the zodiac, but it really is about independence and not being afraid to take the first step. If you can appreciate an Aries about anything, it is taking the first step. And with you being the Pisces moon, just be mindful of your dreams, because your spirit guides are going to be talking, but they're also going to be giving you like directions and just like showing you what to expect. So if you can keep like a dream journal. Yeah, that Mars energy this year is definitely going to have people ready to crash out. The key to managing anger is to get to the root of it. Are you angry at other people? Are you angry at the situation? Are you angry with yourself? And even if you are, it's really giving yourself what's the word I'm looking for? Grace. Give yourself grace and know that you are human. Knowing that you are human and that mistakes are a part of the process. Okay. And wherever you feel that anger, maybe you feel it all up in here because it's in your head and you keep replaying thoughts and memories from people that did you wrong, whatever the case may be, over and over and over again. How can you shift this energy from your head out your body? And for a lot of people, especially in some of my readings, I've been saying, get out of your head, get back into your body, because we can be so much up here that we're missing important details or overlooking the lessons that they have for us. So please take a bath, go outside, journal. This full moon in Cancer that we're coming up on, cry it out. Cry. People some people consider crying as like a weakness, but crying also is a release. And for some people, sometimes that anger can get so built up that the first thing that can cool your body down is your tears. You may possibly also want to get near some water. If you can, depending on where you live at, making sure that you get near some water just to stay in balance. And if you do have Aries placements, this is going to be the year you keep a cool head, because things are going to be sent to trigger you, and your emotional reactions may take a bit more energy out of your body. So you're going to need to be mindful of your emotional reactions, not letting anybody take you out of your zone, okay? Because there are going to be people this year that are designed to irritate the hell out of you. And they've been sent to you to irritate you, but how you respond is going to be a reflection of your own growth. Now, I'm not saying let people walk over you, because I support balance. Okay, sometimes people got to get cussed out in order to get the point. You do what you will with that information. Okay, sometimes you really got to let people have it. If you've been more reserved, or like, especially for people who like are people pleasers, or who want to mediate everything, or like, no, let's just get over it, or no, it wasn't that serious. Sometimes it is that serious, because those people, especially people who have like a really big or kind heart, you tend to forgive easy, and not everybody this year deserves your forgiveness. There's going to be people who want to be in your good graces just because they see your blessings, and yet kind heart you have is going to, oh no, well, we can be friends, or let's forgive and forget, or I love everybody and they really didn't mean it. And this is the year we started out with this snake. This is the year you're going to really see who's a snake. And sometimes you have to be bit. Sometimes it has to sting. And sometimes it has to sting hard enough for you to finally make a change. It feels like this year is giving anger, but it's using anger as a call to action for something to change. There's a change that is needed right now. And it'll be up to you if you dive into that. Or if you are really ready to make a change and really stand on it. So those people you may have like cut off or let go. If you let them go for something that they did to you that you deemed wasn't right, or whatever the case may be, if they come back, it's up to you to have that boundary to say, like, I don't hold no grudges, because that's anger on my heart that we don't need. But you also don't get a chance to be in my good graces again. You feel me? Because people love, especially somebody who is blessed, somebody who is anointed, somebody who people can see are on the rise. They're just going to want to have parts to you. And it feels very, it's like, Spirit, give me some more cards. Listen. Spirit is calling for people to listen to your intuition. You are not bugging, I promise you. If you need to hear it, you are not crazy. You're not bugging. But you may have some people in your space right now who are going to try to convince you that it is you, and it's not you. What they're doing is projecting this energy. Okay, Spirit is encouraging you to listen to your intuition, because that is what's going to guide you, even if it does not make sense. Like, why are you telling me to do this? This is not a year to second guess it, because people are going to be showing they ants. Okay, this is not a year to second guess yourself, second guess your decisions. Even if you have an idea of something that you want to create, you don't have to have all the resources. Spirit is telling you to go forward. Okay, listen to your intuition. Somebody, you can possibly benefit from getting like an amethyst crystal. I usually wear one. An amethyst crystal. Some of you guys who are spiritually gifted, maybe you are an empath, or you are just highly sensitive. You're going to start to pick up on the vibes from people a bit more. Your dream space is going to be active. You're going to physically feel these things, and you're going to need to really stay grounded. And I'm hearing like cut out distractions, that way you can stay focused on what is important. Okay, Spirit wants you to literally listen to your intuition. All right, Spirit, let's wrap this up. I'm open for readings too, guys, because I'm going to be doing some cleansing things, some very grounding activities, like simple, going for a walk, make sure I drink my teas and things like that for this Cancer new moon. So if you feel like you have been being more emotional, crying lately, you don't really understand why, what's happening is your emotions are going through a purge. This is a very purging year, and things are being purged through fire, through the element of fire. And fire gets things done quick. It is fast, but it doesn't mean that your human side isn't going to feel the heaviness or the weight of it. So allow yourself to cry. If you can, get to some water. There's the World card that is out here. This World card in traditional tarot just means that things are happening as they should. Things are shifting and changing. This world is shifting and changing as it would. And sometimes things have to destruct and be destroyed so that a stronger foundation can be built. It may feel like you starting, to somebody, it may feel like you starting all over again. And it can mess with your mind, but spirit is saying like count how far you've come, count your milestones, count the things that you've actually been able to do. Don't worry about like the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, because sometimes it's like the ending of a cycle is also the beginning of a new cycle. You're going to be fine. But spirit is saying sometimes things have to be destroyed. You see that heart that's brewing up in there? I just heard Adele. What's it? There's a fire starting in my heart. I think it's called Rolling in the Deep or something like that. And she expresses so much anger in such an eloquent way. Reaching a fever pitch is bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Somebody, if somebody's in a relationship, and this feels like it's somebody specific, so if it don't resonate, you ain't got to take this part of this reading. But it feels, I'm picking up on domestic violence, or somebody getting to the point where they hit a breaking point and they literally, every emotion that you've been holding on to, you're going to come out swinging. And I don't promote domestic violence at all, and I really hope people will seek the support before it gets there. But it does feel like the bow is getting ready to break, and that you can't take no more, and somebody's going to crash out. I gotta put it that way. Somebody's going to crash out. I'm hearing somebody like, I've been giving you warnings, and you don't listen. Now I can show you better than I can tell you. That feel a little sticky. It feels a little sticky. Spirit, give me some cards to close this out. Speak your peace, babe. Speak your peace. Spirit is saying, speak your peace. Access your throat chakra. Okay, your throat chakra is not only in regards to somebody really wants to start a podcast or a show, a channel, a group, something like that. Spirit is saying it's time for you to communicate. It's time for you to really open up your throat chakra and to really speak on how you feel. This is also a year not to allow anybody to try to like assert power over you, because you have ownership and authority over yourself. This is the year that you actually communicate and that you actually stand on what you say that you want, and you avoid everything that you do not want. Okay, your throat chakra, say what you gotta say. Sometimes it may come out a bit more spicy, and sometimes it just has to happen that way in order for change to occur. But this is the year where you allow your anger to move through you through action. No more talking about it. It's like saying, don't just talk about it, be about it. Don't just talk. Don't just talk about what you want to do. Don't just like look at everybody else for what they're doing, or allow people to criticize you for things that they're not doing. You be about it. I heard that thing Beyonce said, like, you be about it. You be about that action. Open up your throat. Somebody can possibly benefit from Reiki, because I have a lot of chakras that are coming out. Literally the bottom of the deck is this solar plex chakra. Get back to feeling confident. Whatever that takes. Whether you gotta, I don't know, fix up your physical appearance, may be changing, hair color may be changing. If you change your hair color to red, let me just put this out there. Be mindful of the energy that the color of red brings, because the red can be a very passionate color. Think of passion. Think of I'm hearing like excitement. Think of ambition. But red can also resemble the color of blood, the color of rage and war and frustration and anger. So you want to just make sure, just put it out there. But I definitely see somebody changing up their hair color. Any last messages, Spirit? It's a year of shedding. A year of shedding. If you're not trying to get pregnant this year, make sure that you wrap it up, okay? Because something else that I've been picking up on is the need of hygiene. Whether that is physical hygiene, definitely spiritual hygiene, making sure that you are releasing other people's energy, whether it's work or just being around, like peopling, and making sure that your energy stays clear. I've also been picking up on reproductive health. Yes, reproductive health, and the need to make sure that womb cleansing is going on. If you need help with cleansing your womb or releasing a partner from your womb, I'm a womb specialist, a womb wellness specialist. Just feel free to click one of my links and to book a consultation with me. Or you can do this on your own. Just do some research about what herbs will work best for your body, especially if you're healing like issues of the womb or reproductive issues, or any type of like STD or STIs or infections and things like that. This is the year to really, for people who are single, even if you're in a relationship with somebody that you don't really trust, spirit is encouraging you to, it's like saying, why would you give your body to somebody that you don't trust? But be mindful of who you share your sacred energy with, because some people are looking for a host. They're looking for somebody to dump all of their stuff in. And especially if you are a woman, you are a receiver. So men, depending on the type of energy that, whoever, your counterparts are, whatever energy that they're in, when you engage in intercourse or in relations, that there's an energy transfer. So you're going to want to be mindful of your sexual health, your spiritual health, especially if you are highly sensitive and empath, spiritually gifted, all the things. This is the year you up your protection. And if you don't have nobody that you feel comfortable with giving it to, or who can show you the paperwork that they've been tested and things like that, don't do it. Don't do it. Because this is a year we're going to hear about a lot of STIs, STDs, or an increase in reproductive health issues, whether that's with women and in men. Think erectile dysfunction, women showing up with like BV infection more. You're going to see some people in relationships are going to start to have some things come out if your relationship is not healthy, and your body's going to show you. Your body's going to start to reject things that are not for you. You won't even get turned on no more. All right, Spirit, give me some messages. Let's close this out. Be mindful of nightmares. It's like following your dreams, but recognizing I'm hearing like Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. Choosing growth over comfort, moving through your fears, releasing any limitations. Yeah. Working on your mindset this year, just so you can be more confident and believe in yourself. Your goals are reachable, your dreams are reachable, but it's really going to take you believing in yourself in order to do it. So use this time in this winter to take care of yourself, and try not to resist the change that you know is needed. Because if you lean into resistance, the reward comes after. You lean into resistance, that's where your faith picks up. You start to tap into this inner strength that you didn't even know you had when you lean into your fears, or you lean into the resistance, or you lean into like I'm hearing somebody like being hesitant, but you lean into actually doing what you said that you was going to do in order to move you forward. It feels like the word for this year is forward, upward, and onward, and making sure that you do it today. Not like actually today, but like you are intentional with what it is that you want to do. If you want to create something, create it. The only person who's going to judge you is you. And then you'll feel bad if you don't do it. So making sure that you dive deeper if you are somebody who procrastinates, and dive deeper into the reasons why. Is it a self-limiting belief? Is it because of lack of confidence? Or is it something that you may not like about yourself, or afraid how you're going to show up, afraid how you're going to come across? These is the steps that you can take to start to identify the root cause. Remember, we started out with the root chakra in this reading. We're getting down to the root of things. And they say when you get to the root, you can heal the root so the tree is stable. I heard in my head the stories of the past, and sometimes how people can replay memories over and over and over, and how sometimes we can really get stuck in our trauma, or we really can get like stuck in like heartbreak, or stuck in like unpleasant experiences that we've been through, and how we really attach ourselves to that experience, which then restricts us from building new memories, or receiving new things, or new love, or new support, or new help, or things like that. And one of the lessons for this year is going to be the art of detachment. Sometimes justice won't come the way that you think it will, but that doesn't mean that it won't come. I must be mindful of revenge and wanting to really get at somebody, because it feels like Spirit is encouraging people to choose your battles wisely this year. Everything doesn't have to be fought, and some of your battles don't need to be fought physically because they're going to be fought in the spiritual realm. This is a year of the inner warrior. You tap into your... I don't know what happened. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. But yeah, before I lost that thing, but justice is coming. I don't know who this is for, but the things that people have done to you, they're not gonna get away with it. Even if you feel like people have done things to you and like you gave them the benefit of the doubt, or yeah, for like law enforcement, I wouldn't be surprised if child custody battles are a theme this year, as like it feels like the children are gonna be stuck in the middle, and it's like a tug of war that's gonna be happening between like adults. And what I've realized in being a child care provider for so long is that people fail to realize that the children are often affected the most when adults don't have their shit together, or when adults don't know what they want to do. Especially if there's like a relationship out there where you keep going back and forth, or you keep going back in your mind, or what I want to do, or should I be with this person. If you with somebody who is causing you turmoil to the point that it is stopping you from taking good care of yourself or good care of your children, then that is a sign that it is time to go. But Spirit is saying justice is coming. So I wouldn't be surprised if some couples actually part ways this year, or at least take a break. Okay, however that works for some people, take what resonates. But it feels like some people are going to be separating this year from some folks, whether it's friends, family members, or partners that they were with, because now it's time to focus on yourself. And that doesn't make you selfish. That's actually self-love and self-preservation. And that self-love has been coming up a lot because it's attached to how you feel confident. It's attached to your confidence. So give me some final messages. Hello, hello, hello. So give me some final messages for 2025. We're going to wrap this one up. I've been on here a little bit longer than I intended. Any more messages for the people? Life purpose. Willpower tried to come out. Give me one card, please. Somebody's life purpose is... We started this reading out. Somebody said, I want a dog. Okay, animals is coming out for some reason. But even with this animal card, what you really want is loyalty. And sometimes the people around you or the person that you're with just may not be able to give that to you. But Spirit is saying, be loyal to yourself. This is a year where you put yourself first, and you putting yourself first is going to increase everything else. For some of you guys, if you're being called to make a move, or you have a talent, a business, an idea, or something like that, Spirit has been encouraging you literally to take the lead and make the move, because it's going to work out for you. It's okay. It's okay if you have to make a hard decision. It doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. Sometimes making hard decisions does hurt, and it may not be something that you want to do because it shatters everything in your mind. I'm hearing somebody be like, damn, like I don't want to do this to the kids, or I want my kid to really, have a family. I'm picking up on a lot of relationships, and Spirit is encouraging people to, just because it may not work out with the partner doesn't mean that security, that foundation is not in the cards for you. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means that your experience with this person has come to an end. And sometimes we hold on to connections way longer than we are supposed to, out of fear of what is on the other side. So to get to the other side this year is going to require you to make some very hard decisions, but affirm yourself. I can do hard things, because you can. Tap into your talents, okay? Talents on the bottom of the deck. Clarity is coming in. Some of you guys need courage. Be bold. Some of you are going to be recognizing your own beauty, getting back into your self-love rituals, taking care of your body, mentally, physically, spiritually, all the things. Watching what you eat, working out, channeling your energy through physical activity to burn off some emotions that you have been holding on to for way too long. But this is the year to get to it, okay? This is the year to get to it, guys. I haven't been reading the comments. I mean, I've been seeing them, but not really. Oh, thank you guys for being here. If you need a personal reading, I'm open. I'm doing readings next week. Check my link in my bio, or feel free to like run this back, see what may resonate for you. If you came in a little bit later, there may be some messages in the beginning of this reading that may resonate for you. Hit me up on Instagrams. Let me know how you felt about it, if it resonated, all the things. And yeah, I'll be going live on YouTube more often this year as I transition my platforms. And yeah, we're heading into a full moon in Cancer, so make sure you guys take care of yourselves. But yeah, honor this year of the snake. Okay, honor this year of shedding and letting go of dead weight and old, I'm hearing like old stuff. Even if you gotta throw, somebody needs to clean their house. Just throw out old things. If you want to move or you desire for something new in your life, you have to start releasing the old stuff, okay? Because this winter time is a time that you really take care of yourself. And just know, like, when you're on your journey, the people who really support you and who really gonna show up for you, they gonna be there. Alright? So let me know. I'm about to go eat, do my rituals, all the things, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.